Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten, and I got another Trump-related reading for you guys today. This one is it's a shorter reading. It's just one question, or just one subject, and it's in regards to North Korea. Now, it was hard framing a question for North Korea. It's still hard framing a question for North Korea. So basically, my main two questions are: will North Korea denuclearize between now and the end of this year, or ever, based on their negotiations with Trump? And is Kim Jong-un playing us? Okay, so let's get into the reading. But please, before we begin, please make sure to hit that like button. It's free, and I'd really appreciate it. And please make sure to comment and share my videos with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Okay, so let's get this party started. We got the Seven of Hearts and the Three of Cups. Now, the Seven of Hearts fell out like this, so I'm going to kind of read it both ways. And then we got this Three of Cups. I'm using the 12 Chairs Tarot regular deck of playing cards that has both reverse and upright meanings. And I'm using the Sibilla and Divina and the La Vera Sibilla as clarifiers. So let me just intuitively look at the card here. So, a table of friends, right? New friends, encouraging friends, Three of Cups. Just looking at the card, I feel like this is Kim Jong-un in the middle. And that the one with the hand on the shoulder offering him a cup is Trump, trying to persuade him to deal, right? He's got him to the table. He's trying to persuade him to deal. Who this other guy is, I'm not sure, but whoever he is, he's just watching and waiting, and he's enjoying the show and enjoying and making a meal of it, right? I wonder who that is. Is that Russia? Is that Putin? Is that China? Is that South Korea? North Korea? I'm sorry, South Korea or China or Putin? Maybe it represents all three. This is in the past position of the reading, past, present, future. So Trump already got Kim Jong-un to the table. We know that with the Singapore summits. Seven of Hearts read sideways, I'd have to say. You know, because Seven of Hearts can represent like fantasy and a dream and not being realistic. So this is kind of like a fantasy or a dream. This whole idea of working with North Korea working with us. Sorry about that. Someone's alarm was going off, and I knew it was going to go on for a while, so I stopped the tape for a minute. I was back to Seven of Hearts, reading it both ways. So I feel like this is like a fantasy or a dream. I'm just going to hold it like this, but you guys know that well, I'll hold it like that. It's a fantasy or a dream, even like be dealing with them, and for them to be dealing with us. And it's kind of an unrealistic dream, not well thought out. It's vague, and it's hard to realize and to make concrete, or to pin it down, to make it mean anything. So there's a lot of potential here, but nothing really gets resolved like it should. So this is like having decisions to make, and this would be making a decision, but nothing's happening, right? It's both ways. So It's also telling me that the one being persuaded, Kim Jong-un, is very fickle. It could also be referring to Trump. I think they may be sharing this energy. I don't doubt it. They're two sides of the same coin. An older child and a younger child. But let's talk from Kim Jong-un's perspective, because I feel like it's mainly talking about him. It says he's very fickle, as is Trump, but Kim Jong-un feels paranoid. And in the end, I feel this card is saying together that he will betray any agreement on the table, because he believes that he will be betrayed. So it's like, that's how paranoid he is. So I feel like these negotiations, from his end of it, is a biding of time. He's biding his time. And he's not going to sign any binding agreements to denuclearize or reduce his weaponry. I don't feel. Not right now, not at this point, where we are right now. Basically, he's doing this just for what he can get out of it right now. So more money, more power, more clout. By just being brought to the table, he's gotten that. And I feel like the cards are saying that he was bribed to come to this table. He was bribed to come to this table. He's already gotten something out of it. But I don't feel like he's going to be like signing any agreements to denuke or to reduce weaponry at this time. Okay. The delay card, as a clarifier, the delay card. See, this is someone who is stoning someone. They're casting them out. Get out. You're not welcome here, and they're going to stone them if they don't leave. So leave my territory, right? But it's reversed. When the delay card is reversed, it talks about further delay. So the situation is just being, the situation, when I say situation, I mean the negotiation, is just being used right now for what both parties, Trump and Kim, can get out of it. And real resolve or resolution is pretty much delayed at this time, okay? And there's some sort of issue about, I feel like this is talking about like territory and being able to come on someone's territory. I feel like it's referring to that. And I don't feel like Kim Jong-un does not want that to happen. And so that's why this is a delay tactic, right? I feel on his part. Now, let's go to the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, I have noticed lately, always reminds me of North Korea, but it usually comes out with this card when I use my Spellcaster's Tarot. And because of the summits in the background, and the coyote or the wolf always reminds me of an Asian country, Asian and not just Asians, but it's one of the symbols for me of Asia or Asians is this coyote here. Very cunning, very wise, but very cunning and calculating, right? And the Two of Swords is about choices and decisions to make, and indecision. And there's an awareness of danger lurking, of possibility that things won't work out. And also the swords here, I'm just going into the symbolism of this card for me, is there's like this sword, and swords mean clarity and truth, but the sword is being heated up by the flame, so it's being molted or changed or blurred or dulled by the flame, right? Because the heat can change the shape of the sword. It can change the truth. So there's some deception here. And I feel the deception is on the end of the Asian counterpart. I'm not saying it's not on the side of America too. But as America, its card is telling me, oh, we can't trust this negotiation. We can't trust this character, North Korea. That's what I'm trying to say. All right? But I don't trust Trump either. Anyway, so let's look at the 12 Chairs Tarot. I just wanted to show you that symbolism because that's why I feel the way I feel. But this is the deck that I used, and this is the symbolism that came out from the 12 Chairs Tarot. This is the Two of Swords. And here we have one man. He's trying to, it's not even a doorknob. He's trying to pick the lock. He's trying to open the door by forcing it open. And then there's another man who's secretly behind the door preventing access. So the other one is blind to this. They don't know that there's someone who's holding the door. Won't allow them to get in, right? And they're not going to have access to what the culprit is doing behind that door. So I feel like the symbolism here is, number one, even if there is a deal to, or a promise to denuclearize or reduce weapons, I don't feel like any inspectors will be allowed in to see if it's even true. And, well, let's talk about, what does the Two of Swords mean? Two of Swords is, like I told you, it's a indecision, and it talks about balance and truce. But this truce or peace, it can talk about a truce or peace, but this truce or peace is tentative. It's not fully known or realized. And from Trump's perspective, because I feel it's Trump trying to force in, he's not seeing or facing the reality of the situation. Okay? Because the Two of Swords can talk about ignoring the truth and ignoring facts. He's self-focused. And this card talks about there could be a lead up to greater conflict with North Korea by trying to force his hand to denuke or reduce weapons. And he doesn't intend to do that. But right now Trump is pretending that everything is good and everything is, balanced, and we've got peace. It's not balanced. It's not worked out at all. That's a lie. The Ace of Clubs reversed, to clarify, refers to deals or contracts being subject to confusion, held up, or delayed. Which is what I already told you. So it's just confirming that, and that goes into the further future, right? This is the past and present, and this is the near future. So it's going to remain that way. And these negotiations are based on greed and materialism. That's what's at play here. So there is potential for peace, like I said before. There's potential and a possibility, but I don't see that happening due to the untrustworthiness of all the characters involved, us and them. Money and power is the root of the issue and the situation for both parties. To clarify and to link to the near future, to the further future in regards to this question, we have the wedding reversed. Now the wedding reverse talks about a breakup, unfaithfulness in a relationship, the relationship or the plans for one are blurred. Okay, that's the meaning of this card. It's not clearly defined. And it also talks about one of the parties in the relationship breaks off with the other because they don't want to be obedient to the other. They don't want to allow inspections in. Final outcome. We have the Four of Cups and the Five of Hearts reversed. And yeah, you guys know I love this card. Four of Cups talks about not wanting something, an offer that you don't want, right? It's something is dissatisfying about it, and I love how this guy's commissioned this artist to paint a picture for him, and look at the picture. He's like, what the? I paid for this? It just makes me laugh every time I see it. So, I think this is describing Trump, but this could be shared energy. But let me zoom out just a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I think that this is Trump wanting there to be a deal really bad with North Korea for his own self-interest, right? And I'm going to have to do a reading on whether or not how this new election is going to turn out. That's probably going to be my next reading if something else doesn't come up, some other new scandal doesn't come up first. So Trump wants this deal really bad, but North Korea don't want it. They don't want it. See, what the? Overall, I don't think anyone is going to be happy with the end result of these negotiations or with North Korea. It's just going to end up being a mess and a lot of hoopla for this. And the Five of Hearts reverse says, be wary, be watchful. New connections formed at this time are not what they seem. And it's probably, well, let's leave it at that. New connections formed at this time are not what they seem. And I don't think there will be any official commitment to denuclearize, at least not between now and the end of the year. So I clarified, will North Korea ever denuclearize as a result of negotiations with Trump? Okay. And the answer to that is the Thief reversed. From Sibilla. So this card talks about tricks and betrayal of confidence. And in the meantime, in between time, there could be a downfall of one or both of these men coming up, a downfall of their power, or a downfall in the relationship. Okay, can't tell which, or if it's really talking about both. So, and in the end, it talks about someone having a score to settle and seeking revenge. Now, that could be one or the other or both. If this doesn't work out, someone may want some kind of revenge. And I felt a strong urge to stop the reading right here. I feel like I should stop, and I don't know why, but I'm just going to trust my instincts, and I'm going to leave this reading right here. So I think I've answered that question. Kim Jong-un would probably betray any confidence or deal. In the meantime, he's going to put off making any kind of deal for as long as he can. He's getting out of this what he wants. He's getting the power and the clout. And Trump is getting his photo op, and he's lying to us and telling us that everything is good. It's not. In the end, I don't think it will work out, guys. So that's my reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have questions that you'd like me to address in regards to Trump, okay, I just want to keep it Trump because, like I said, I'm not a news junkie. And I have to have specific questions, not overall broad questions, because especially with Trump, even asking like what will happen in regards to Trump in a month's period of time, there can be like 50 things. So it's too much, and it has to be focused. The question has to be focused. So if you have some suggestions, please go ahead and provide them in the comments. And thank you so much. Hit the like button, and please subscribe. And if you'd like to donate to Soulight Hypnotherapy, there's a donate button on the homepage. Blessings. Thank you.